Hi, my name is John Wickes. I'm one of the owners of Wickes Arborists here in Spring Valley, New York. And my friend John Marquez has asked me to do a video about being in business and entrepreneurship. Looking back, I've been doing this for about 30 years now. I started right out of college. I thought I knew what I wanted to do out of college. And turns out that I couldn't get a job at the time, much like the economy now. And so I started to work in the family business, which is our tree business, our third generation family tree business. And it was an eye-opening experience. I didn't want to work in New York City. I didn't want to work in Boston. And that's where I'd had interviews. And so I came to work for my father and started doing work in the field, actually climbing trees and treating trees for insects and diseases. And I kind of fell in love with being outdoors and doing things here in Rockland County, not having to travel into the city and fight the traffic and the crowds. So I grew into the business, actually. It's a little bit of a pun, but by doing so, I started from the ground up, literally dragging brush and dragging hose and learning how to do each of the jobs in the business, and then eventually becoming into the office, a salesperson, doing work, going out doing estimates and diagnosis. And that was a switch, because you go from doing manual labor to more of a thought process, and how do you think things through, and how do you manage things and people. And I learned a lot by doing that. But the experience that I had actually doing the work was critical, so that when I went to go sell or manage, now I had that background. So by getting a background in whatever you love to do, you're then more capable of moving through the ranks and being a quality employee down the road as either a manager or as an owner. And without that experience, you're not going to have the insight as to how to run a business, how to be a good employee. So you have to put in your time. I do recommend that you do consider things like internships. Internships are fantastic ways of getting opportunities without the stress of having to worry about getting paid. And in these economic times, internships are a great way to do both the volunteer work and also get the experience that's going to be necessary when you go out to look for a job. So those are some of the things that I did. In terms of what recommendations I might have, certainly try to get as broad a knowledge as you can, as many things as you can, because right now the environment is changing so quickly. The business environment is changing so quickly. Pardon the bus in the background here, but the trucks. The environment changes so quickly that you never know what you're going to need to know. So that by learning a little bit of different things, or a little bit of a lot of things, you're going to be that much more balanced and able to be valuable to a potential employer. Persistence. That was probably my biggest lesson, is that don't give up. No matter what happens, don't give up. And even when you think the end is in sight, don't give up. Keep going. And I've been involved with some legal battles that are taking a long time, over a decade, but we still haven't given up, and we're still here fighting. So I encourage you to never give up, and that, above all, is the most important thing in my opinion. So with that, I wish you luck and adventure, and love what you do and do what you love.